October 31st, 2018. It's Halloween. This is the third and final week of 3 creepy weeks of creepypasta to eat. And for the final story, I figured I'd do something different. So, this is an actual true horror story. Unlike the last two, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Jersey Devil is not based on a true fucking story. Anyway, so we're gonna do a story about the Ouija board. Yeah, the Ouija board. Or Ouliji board, how the fuck you pronounce it. So, Ouija boards have captivated people for decades because of the game's claims to be in cahoots with the beyond, and plenty of people have witnessed nothing but their friends moving the planchu around themselves. Is that how you fucking pronounce it? Others say playing with the Ouija board is like playing with some serious, unwidely fire. Yeah, you never know when shit's going to get out of control. I'm not cursing because I'm just cursing. It actually says you don't know when shit's gonna get out of control. Below 8, spooky tales that might put you off the fucking mismassifying oracle forever. Well, I'm not gonna read all fucking 8. I'm only gonna read 1. So let's start with the first one. Okay, you ready? Number 1, I can see you through the window. Okay? Fucking creep. So the story begins like this. I was about 12 or 13. Like I said, fucking pedophile. Spending the night at a friend's house, goofing around with the Ouija board, or Ouija board, what the fuck is it called, with him and his sister. We were getting all sorts of gibberish plus words spelled out, just kind of scarring ourselves for fun, not taking it very seriously, like I'm taking this fucking story. Then we got the message, I can see you through the window. Yeah. And then I see you through his eyes. What? Wait, let me read that again. Then we got the message, I can see you through the window, and then I can see you through his eyes. Or something like that. Yeah, that's what the fuck I'm thinking reading that sentence. There was just a small window in the basement room where we were. And just the backyard and woods past the driveway visible through that window? Fuck is up with these stories and me having trouble reading them? We asked him more questions, and it said, I'm under the car. Okay? So we somehow got up the nerve to go out with a flashlight and peer under the car, where we saw a huge black stray cat hissing. Or was it? I don't fucking know. I can't imitate one. We ran inside freaking out over a fucking cat, and at the exact moment the power failed. And all the lights in the house went out. We just about actually shit ourselves. Well, thank you for that shitload of information. A few minutes later, the power came back, and we sat up until dawn. That night scared, never played with the board again. The fuck? That's it? It's the shortest fucking story ever. So I'm gonna read another story, because, you know, that was like 1 minute. It would, technically, I mean, it took me like 4 minutes to read it. Anyway, the second story. A mysterious death. So, my two best friends, M and L, for this story... What? Okay. So, I guess we're just going to call them M and L. Fucking Eminem. And I played the Ouija board. M and L and the person who's telling the story played the Ouija board at M's house. It was going fine to M asked the spirit how had it died, and it said murder. Cool. She asked... Okay, so M's a she. She asked how it had been murdered, and it said, not I. It gave its name as something older that I can no longer remember. Okay? And gave us a date in the 1800s. Sweet. It started to get heavy. The whole room felt different. And the little thing on the board was ripped out of our hands and went across the room. We stopped playing immediately after that. M's mom died of cancer a week later. Very suddenly, nobody knew. Probably a coincidence. Yeah, I mean, especially since you mentioned it early in the story that her mother had cancer. But Elle's mom was hospitalized for a serious drinking problem not long after that. The same week, I have since... First off... Elle's mother having a drinking problem is not a fucking coincidence. It just means she's an alcoholic. I mean, what the fuck has that have to do with the Ouija board? Anyway, back to the story. The same week, I have since then experienced things that I don't think I would have without this experience. Voices, a dark shadow, footsteps, yeah, because that's not common. etc. I wonder if I'm haunted, sometimes still, and it's been 9 years. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna read one more. I know I said I was only gonna read one, but these are some really fucking short stories. I mean, Jesus Christ. I wish the Jersey Devil story was just fucking short. Number 3. You know what? Fuck, we're gonna skip 3. We're gonna go all the way to 8. Maybe the last one's the fucking best. You know, the best for last. Let's see this crap. Number 8. Secrets of the Lake. Okay, so the story begins like this. Quote, when I was little, my mom took out a Ouija board and asked my brother and I if we'd like to play with it. It started out pretty funny. What kind of mother would do this to their kids? Someone was obviously moving the glass thingy, making words like poop and stuff like that. Did I mention we were young enough for that to be hilarious? No, but okay. I don't think it, whatever. But then my mom said, let's get serious and try to contact someone. Here is where it gets weird. All these fucking stories are weird. A friend of hers had recently gone missing, and he'd been missing for a month or so, and nobody knew where he was. When we asked who it was we were talking to, his name was spelled out. Well, let's just say it was George. Since I genuinely don't remember, when we asked George if he was my mom's friend, he said yes. My mom got visibly upset and asked where he was. He replies, in a lake. So, lake was spelled out. It was extremely upsetting, and we stopped immediately. Mom tried to be lighthearted about it. And since I was young, I believed it was no big deal as well, following her lead. About 2 weeks later, they found George's body. He'd been hit by some car or train or something on some bridge somewhere on some planet, and his body fell into the nearby lake. Though it was more like, why would it be a lake near a car? Anyway, there was more like a very large pond. Well, that makes more fucking sense, okay? It was a reasonably remote place, so nobody had found it for a while. That's it? That's how the story ends? It's fucking bullshit. That's it. I'm done. 3 creepy weeks of creepypasta to eat is finished. I had fun. I mean, I'm not gonna bash anybody, but there are fucking some horrendous stories I've been reading for the past few weeks. Thank you guys for tuning in. Happy Halloween, guys. Peace.